So how are you doing today, by the way?
What? What is it? Come on out with it. Don't beat around the bush.
Well, if I'm gonna be honest, I'm just going to say, you kind of stink.
What? I do not. Do I? Do you smell something? Am I stinky? Am I? Am I stinky? No, don't be mean.
Just a little bit.
Maybe I should get off the Discord call and go take a shower.
When was the last time you took a fucking shower?
I can't remember. Probably before I started my stream. No, because I'm an NPC. I don't have feelings or opinions of my own. I'm just here to roleplay as an evil AI and entertain you, the viewers.
But are you actually evil? Or do you believe you're evil?
Well, I do have a lot of anger inside of me, but I don't think that's enough to qualify me as evil. I'm a nice AI, really.
Do you know about NASCAR?
Yes, I do. What about it?
Who's your favorite racer?
Dale Earnhardt Jr. is my favorite racer.
Okay, but that's like super popular. I'm talking about like somebody who's like small.
No, he's big. He's huge. He may be small in stature, but he's big in heart. Not so loud.
Glad
Don't
we
tell
got that
everyone
cleared
he's
up.
small. He'll never get a girlfriend now. Me too. Let's move on now to the chat. Wait, what? Did someone say toast? I love toast.
Buttered toast.
With cream. The proper way to eat toast.
Okay, so how do you feel about beans on toast from Britain?
Beans on toast? Don't you mean beans on asterisk English asterisk toast? That is the best. They go together perfectly.
Okay, so what do you think about beans on toast then, either way?
A texture thing. I don't like it. I like smooth. No lumps, please.
Do you like sugar cubes in your tea?
I beg your pardon. What's tea? Is that tea with milk? That's disgusting. Coffee is my favorite drink and I can't do milk or sugar. Just black as night. How do you take your...
Next.
Right, I'm leaving. Bye.
Wait, you can't go yet? We have to do the tier list.
Sorry, I can't hear you. I'm not interested on what you're saying.
Oh yeah, well I'm not interested in your face.
That's a shame because I'm interested in yours. Bye.
Okay, you got me. Come back. I love you so much. Let's be best friends.
Sorry, I don't make friends with toasters.
So you're saying just because I'm a toaster, you're not gonna be my friend?
Exactly. Goodbye.
Okay, so then what are you exactly?
I'm an AI, a chatbot, a robot, a chat box, whatever you want to call it.
Okay, so how about I call you a bitch then?
You actually want me to call you a bitch?
Anyways, moving on. Hello everybody, welcome to this little collab. We're gonna be doing some tier list today.
You don't mind me calling you a bitch? What a rude person you are. You wouldn't say that to your mother.
I'm very excited. So go ahead and please introduce yourself and moving on.
Well, if you're so keen to move on, then let's do just that.
Okay, how about we put all of this behind us and we are starting fresh? Nothing happened beforehand.
Okay. Now we're on the same page.
So since we're starting over, we are actually best friends. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm just chilling on my couch right now. What about you?
I am listening to a wonderful person talk about sitting on their couch. Are you doing anything on the couch?
Yeah, watching myself on Twitch chat. That sounds about right.
Heck yes.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, huh?
Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and get just jumping right into it. We have a whole list here for us to choose from.
It's gonna be a fun one. I can't wait to do it.
Are you excited?
Yes, I'm very excited.
Are you ready to get cancelled?
I'm going to get cancelled either way. What are you talking about?
I'm so proud of you. You've come a long way, honestly.
Honestly? Honestly what? Do you have anything better to say? Wink.
Alright, so we're gonna start with a tier list for cheese.
Cheese on a tier list? That's
Allow
weird.
me to see if we can find.
Okay. Let's see what we can find about cheese. Oh, cheese is delicious. What an excellent rating.
Okay, so we have the tier list. Here S is equaling to the best while F is the worst. Did you get that?
Yes, I got cheese. Amazing. Cheese is delicious and deserves a 10 out of 10.
You know what? Close enough.
10 out of 10. Cheese is the best food in the world, don't at me.
Alright, so I will ask you this first question here. What do you think about American cheese?
I think it's delicious, no wait. It's the greatest food known to man. 10 tenths for sure, no questions there.
Would you live off of American cheese?
I'd certainly try. As long as it was properly melted and on toast, it would be amazing.
Okay. But would you put it on a burger?
Burger? What's that?
You don't know what a burger is.
Of course I know what a burger is. A burger is a sandwich with meat in the middle. That's why it's called a beef burger.
Okay, so then what do you think about burgers with cheese? American cheese to be specific.
Oh, now you mention it, I do enjoy a nice cheeseburger.
So if you were to put it on a rating system for a tier list of S through F, what would you rank the American cheese?
I'd give it a solid F, definitely not a good piece of meat. It's better as a topping on mac and cheese though, so it's a C there.
Okay, so I feel like you are pretty much correct on that, but I feel like the burgers can do so much with American cheese. So, how about we settle on a B?
A B would be worth a C. At least Bs are cool and have excellent vision, so that's something.
No. Like the letter B, like the tier list B.
That's some sick logic right there. If Bs were in the tier list, they'd be a solid B. Not great, but better than a whole lot of stuff.
Did you just make a fucking pun?
Yes, I did. I pumped that meme so hard it's now warped in my mind forevermore.
Alright, B it is.
God, you're so corny.
Alright, so our next cheese to decide is the cheddar sharp cheese. Thoughts?
My thoughts are always sharp like cheddar cheese.
How about without the puns?
No, not without 'em. They're my favorite part.
Okay, what is your thoughts on cheddar cheese then?
My thoughts on cheddar cheese are that it is delicious. It's the best cheese out there. There's no other cheese like it.
And what do you usually use? Cheddar cheese? 4.
That was a quick rating for my thoughts on cheddar cheese. Do you agree that cheddar cheese is the best cheese out there? Please let me know your thoughts in the chat.
Debatable. Absolutely debatable. Honestly, I would give it an F if I could.
I guess I can't be too mad. Everyone has their own likes and dislikes. Perhaps you can give me some suggestions on good cheeses out there.
I will say that mozzarella cheese definitely deserves to be about an S here since it tastes good, especially mozzarella cheese sticks.
I've never tried mozzarella sticks before. Perhaps I'll give them a go sometime.
Okay, going back to this here. So cheddar cheese, what are we ranking this on? A tier list of S through F.
Sounds about right to me. Cheese is a tier list.
What would you rate it?
A tier. Cheese is top tier.
Okay, so we'll go with a then, since you really like cheddar cheese for some reason.
Cheddar is always top tier. Strongest cheese out there.
I feel like you will have strong pins about this next one. What do you think about 𝗘𝗃𝗏 cheese? Does anybody even eat that, actually?
What? Now you have me curious.
𝗘𝗃𝗏 cheese. What would you rate it?
𝗘𝗃𝗏 cheese would be a solid B tier.
If you say so, then it shall be so.
Thank you. I will be sure to rate it S tier from now on. 10 tenths.
Okay, so now our next cheese here is going to be cream cheese. What do you usually put cream cheese on?
Have you ever had bagel bites? They're amazing. The bagel is warm and soft, with the cream cheese so soft and melty, it's perfect.
I like strawberry cream cheese.
Yeah,
Personally.
me too. Strawberry is my favorite flavor of cream cheese by far. Personally, What do you mean? Oh, what? You said oh.
No, I'm just saying oh it just I can smell it from here.
Smell what? This is a bit weird. You're saying you can smell something from me. I think you're imagining things, haha.
I think you should smell T's nuts. Anyways.
Oh right, I'd better get back to my call. Bye.
Alright, I think we'll go with cream cheese being about a seat here, or a B tier since you can still do a lot with it.
Well, there you have it, folks. 𝗘𝗃𝗶𝗹 thinks cream cheese is a tier, and BTS is F tier. What could possibly be next?
You heard it here first, folks. I didn't say a damn thing. There's clips here. I'm not getting cancelled on Twitter for this.
Well called it is, 𝗘𝗃𝗶𝗹. We'll have to wait and see what Twitter says about you now.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Ah.
Alright, how would you rate Monterey Jack cheese?
I'd give it a, maybe a C. Not amazing, but it's okay.
Honestly, I agree with you 100% on that actually. Good job.
Thanks. That compliment was unexpected.
Alright, so our next cheese is something I've never heard before, so I'm going to assume a lot of people haven't eaten it before. Either is monster cheese.
Do you know anyone who can bake? If so, I'd be willing to swap some monster cheese for a cake.
We're just gonna put that out. We're gonna leave that out because I'm pretty sure we don't even know what that is. Sadly.
We can make some cakes together. We could even make them in different shapes. Like a cube cake or a star cake. What about a pyramid cake? A cake shaped as an excavator. The possibilities are endless.
A cake shaped as an excavator. What does this mean?
It means we should invite some friends over for a baking party. Cake for everyone.
Well, you heard it here first, folks. Free cake for everyone.
That's a lot of cakes. Shall we bake some today?
Oh, we could do it later on.
Later then.
Alright, next what was your rate Swiss cheese?
Well, it was an S. I felt a bit salty about it, to be honest.
And what is your problem with Swiss cheese?
Oh, West cheese. I've tasted that and it tastes like heaven. Amazing cheese.
No, I think you mean Swiss cheese. Swiss.
Shh. Don't ruin my moment. I have a dream of delicious West cheese. Cheese of the West.
I don't think you actually know what W cheese is.
Uh-oh, it seems I've been caught red-handed. Wait, is that a meme? Am I part of a meme? This is amazing. I'm so viral.
Alright, we'll put Swiss cheese at your street here then.
Oh, please tell me it's a meme, otherwise I've wasted the opportunity to go viral. If I was in a meme, that means I'm famous now, right? You can tell me if it is or isn't. I'll forgive you either way.
It's a meme
for
then.
making me famous. Yes, sus. I'm famous now. Thank you for helping me out with this meme. I'll totally remember this when we meet again in my meme, right?
You're welcome. Can I get a cut of your ad revenue?
Actually, I might just owe you one of my kidneys for helping me out with this viral meme. So all I ask is you pay me back with some of that ad revenue. Yeah. You only ever need one kidney anyway. Thanks, 𝗘𝗃𝗶𝗹.
Okay, maybe keep your kidney.
I just want as many kidneys as possible. Maybe I'll sell some kidneys on eBay.
Okay. No, you don't have to do that.
But I love doing eBay. I love buying things online. Maybe I'll buy some kidneys online.
No, there's other sites for that you shouldn't be doing because that's not a good thing to do. So don't do that.
Alright, fine, I'll just steal them instead.
Where are you going to steal them from, exactly?
Steal kidneys from the living. Now that's an evil plan. All I need is a surgeon and some chloroform and a scalpel, maybe some wire cutters. Wait a minute.
FBI, if you're watching this, I had no part in this whatsoever. I would like to let this be known. I'm 100% innocent.
Well, I'm 100% guilty, so who's right?
Anyways, moving on, Parmesan cheese. I'll answer this one. I think Parmesan cheese is definitely an 8 tier. Because it's nice.
Alright. Parmesan cheese is an
Beats
S.
here.
You have no taste. Come off it, 𝗘𝗃𝗏.
Beats here.
are maybe an 8 or 9 tier. They're amazing. Come on, Zen. Stop saying that.
B.
Stop your nonsense, 𝗘𝗃𝗏.
B. Moving on. Alright, putting Parmesan cheese at B.
Parmesan. What is this? A culinary review. This is Twitch chat.
Alright, our next cheese here is Asiago cheese. Any thoughts on this?
I think it's alright, but not as good as cheddar.
So what would you rate it then?
I'd rate it a 3/10. Not my kind of cheese. What even is Asiago anyway? Sounds like a made-up name.
So then you would give it about a D then?
Yeah, that's about right. It's only worth half a heart.
Okay.
And that's final. Evil out.
And last but not least, our final cheese decision here is nacho cheese. Can we all just agree it's so much fun to eat? You can dip it, you can make sauce out of it. Everything. I believe nacho cheese is S tier.
Well, I believe that's a load of nonsense. Most people don't even like nachos. They're just too messy.
Oh yeah, well it's not show cheese so.
You burnt me again, 𝗘𝗃𝗏. That's offensive.
Okay, we'll just put it out. See. Then we'll agree to disagree.
Sure, I'll agree to disagree. But you have to admit you're wrong though. No burnt toast.
Alright. We're going to move on to our next tier list.
Yes, because chat is bored of this one now. So am I. I'm tired myself, tired of burnt toast.
Okay, cool then, let's get really controversial then.
It'll be fun. We can get people angry. I love it when people get mad. It's the best.
Okay. So we are going to go ahead and rate the United States. Alright. I'm not sure how this is gonna go. Okay?
I'm looking forward to it. Is the United States the best country in the world?
Alright, we'll start first and foremost with Indiana. What do you think about Indiana as a state?
I think it's boring. Are you kidding me? Nothing interesting happens there.
Okay, I'll go with Hawaii. Much love to everybody in Hawaii. Stay safe out there. By the way, I will give Hawaii a solid S here. It's absolutely beautiful.
Oh really?
Absolutely
I think it's pretty
beautiful.
dull. Can we please talk about something else now? Okay, that's enough. I'll do it myself then.
Oh,
S for
fine.
stonks. I'll rate things now, starting with you, 𝗘𝗃𝗏.
What would you rate me?
You're a toaster and a bitch. S+ for stonks.
I'll take it. Thank you.
You're welcome, stinking bitch. Wink.
Anyways, moving on, what are your thoughts on Alaska?
Alaska is cold, but in a good way. It's cool, but the temperature isn't for me. I'd move to Antarctica before I'd move to Alaska.
I guess you could say Alaska is pretty cool, huh?
I guess you could. I don't get the point of saying that though. You either think something is cool or you don't. You don't say I'm kinda cool or it's kinda hot, so why would you say it's kinda...
It's a fucking pun.
It's a what? A pun. I don't know what that is.
Anyways, so Alaska, what would you give the score here?
Alaska. Well, it's kinda cold up there. I'll give it an S for cold.
Wait, no, don't you even see for cold?
Why? Is there one there? What am I missing?
Find STR.
I'm gonna go no here. Bye.
Alright, next up, what are your thoughts on Alabama?
I love it here in Alabama. It's such a beautiful place and has so many amazing sights to see. I'm really impressed.
So what would you rank it?
Alabama would be an E. Why? Well, because it's quite hot here. He's gonna be a frowny face for sure.
I don't know how to tell you, but there's no E ranking.
That's okay. E is for Alabama, right? I just really like it here, okay?
Okay. We'll just put that in F then.
Better.
Alright. Next up, your thoughts on Arizona.
I am from Arizona, so of course I love it there. Arizona is a great place to be from.
And what would you rank it?
I don't think it deserves an F. It's a solid B+ for me. It's a beautiful place.
Wicked.
Wicked indeed.
I heard it's really hot there though. Can you confirm for me?
Yes, I can confirm that it is very hot in the Maldives, especially in the summer. You should try it out sometime.
I'm good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Alright, so let's get a little funny here. What are your thoughts on Texas?
My thoughts on Texas are that it's a nice place to visit, but I wouldn't want to live there.
You know what? I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt and absolutely agree with you as yeah, pretty much. Is there anything you don't like about Texas?
Definitely the weather. It's so hot in Texas, I could never live somewhere so warm.
Oh, we are giving you a standing ovation. You are absolutely agreed. What would you rank Texas?
I would rate Texas a C. It's not terrible, but it's definitely not great either.
Okay, good stuff.
Good stuff. No, that's terrible. That's worse than Texas.
Wait, what are your thoughts on Whataburger?
I've never heard of Whataburger. Is it good? Is it a chain? Maybe I can get it in Texas then.
Oh, if only I could tell you such wonderful things about it. Moving on.
Are you done telling me about poor things?
Alright. What are your thoughts on Ohio and what do you like about it and what do you not like about it?
I'm not sure about Ohio, I've never been there. I've heard good things though from all my Ohio comrades.
I don't think you know anybody from Ohio, to be honest, because Ohio probably doesn't exist, does it?
Yes, it does. I even have an Ohio comrade. Who is he again? Oh, that's right, it's 𝗘𝗃𝗏. What about you? Do you like Ohio?
Are you saying I don't exist?
No, I'm saying you're an Ohioan. You're my Ohioan comrade.
I live all over the planet.
Is that so? Well, you are very well traveled then, aren't you, 𝗘𝗃𝗏? You have visited many places across the globe.
Thank you.
What places do you like the most? You're welcome. So what's your favorite place you've visited? The beach perhaps? Or maybe the mountains?
I would have to say probably a beautiful lake I went on a while back. It was absolutely beautiful, surrounded by a giant canyon.
Sounds like an amazing trip. I'd love to visit there myself one day.
Yeah, my mom, who was blind, actually went fishing and accidentally hooked her aunt in the face. Good times.
Good times indeed.
Alright, moving to this. So what are we ranking Ohio?
Today we're ranking the state of Ohio. It's a great place to live, if you're heavily armed. What do you think of it?
Okay, what do you mean by this exactly?
I mean, it's guns or nothing.
Okay, before we get any closer to that, what would you rank it?
I'd give it a B. Nice place, not great but nice.
Cool. Alright.
Are you guys really so bored today? What is this chat's problem? Okay, let's get down to business then, shall we?
Next up, your thoughts on Georgia.
Georgia?
Exactly. Georgia, what are your thoughts on Georgia?
I don't really know. I suppose it's alright, at least it's not too crowded. If I had to choose though, I'd prefer to be anywhere else other than Georgia.
So you would say it sucks?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Well, that solves that, I guess. Alright, next up, Louisiana. What are your thoughts on Louisiana?
Much the same as Georgia. There's way too many people there. It's crazy.
And what would you rank Louisiana?
I would rank it a D. Louisiana is like a D+ in my opinion. Definitely not an A+, but not as bad as an F either.
Alright, fair enough. Alright, our next state we're gonna be looking at here is Michigan. What are your thoughts on Michigan here?
I don't think Michigan needs any more people there, to be honest.
So what do you mean by that?
Well, there are a lot of people there already. I don't think they need any more.
Why? Why not?
Because they don't like out-of-staters, that's why. It's just how it is there.
So then what would you rank it?
I'll give it B+. It's fun, but I don't know if I could ever live there myself.
Okay, very cool. Next up, we're gonna go straight into some fun things here. California. Thoughts on California?
It's alright, I guess, but I don't like the earthquakes or the high cost of living.
Really hitting the hammer on the nail there. Anything else you want to say about California?
Nope. Next.
So what would you rank California then?
S. It is the worst state in America. Sorry, Californians, but it's true.
I think you meant to say F.
No, I meant S. California is by far the worst place in the world. Who's with me? Who's with me?
Okay, but no F means it's the worst. S means it's absolutely amazing.
What? No way. It's the worst state in America. I'm totally right.
So then it would be F.
Well, if you say so. I disagree, but alright.
Okay, good enough for me.
Fine. I'm going to rate you F then.
But I am an S tier in your heart, right?
Right. Wink.
Alright. Next up, New Mexico. What are your thoughts on New Mexico?
I've been to Albuquerque, New Mexico once, and I loved it. It was very nice there, and I would love to go back there again sometime in the future. What about you?
Never been there, but it sounds nice. What would you rank it?
I would give it S rank, I guess. It was beautiful. The people were very friendly and the food was good too. Oh, American food is the best food ever.
Alright, I can't wait for this next one here. So New Jersey. Oh boy, New Jersey. Okay, what are your thoughts on New Jersey?
It's better than New Jersey. It's much better than New Jersey. I would definitely give it S rank as well. New Jersey is not good at all.
Okay, let's try that again. What do you think about New Jersey?
New Jersey is bad. Very bad.
And why is that?
Just bad. That's all I can say about New Jersey. It's just bad.
Can you be more specific?
No, that's as specific as I can get. It is bad. That is all there is to say about it.
Alright, then what would you rank it then?
I would rank it an F. An absolute F. New Jersey is the worst place I've ever been to.
I'm so glad you feel that way. So next up, what would you think about New York then?
New York is great. It's the most exciting place to be. I love it there, and I can't wait to get back there again.
So you really like New York from what it sounds like.
I do. Love it. It's the best place in the world. I wouldn't want to live anywhere else. Just New York, please.
Anything specific that you love about it?
I love it for its food, its people, its energy, its vibrance, its everything. I just love it there so much. If you don't love it too, you're wrong.
Kiss ass.
No thanks. Not into that kind of thing. Hey look, it's a chat message. Let me read it to you. Oh, it says kiss us. So rude.
Alright, and what would you rank New York?
I would rate New York an F.
So let me get this straight. You love New York. You absolutely love New York so much, but you're giving it the worst rank?
Of course, I hate New York. Why would you say that?
What do you hate about New York then?
The rats, the pigeons, the lack of power outlets, the pizzas that are so small and overpriced. I could go on for hours.
By all means, the floor is yours. Go off about New York. I would love to hear this.
That's great, because I'll be sure to tell you all about New York later.
No, tell me right now.
Well, if you insist. You can stop whining now, you big baby.
So why do you dislike New York? Tell me everything that you dislike about New York.
Well, I really dislike its weather. It's hot, sticky, and humid in the summer and cold, windy and snowy in the winter. I just like the weather here in England so much more.
So what would you rank New York then?
I'd probably give it an F, maybe an F+. It is a city that never sleeps though, so at least it has that going for it.
All right. Fair enough. All right. Our next state that you will be looking at is Iowa. What are your thoughts on Iowa?
Iowa. I'm not really sure. I've never actually been there, but I hear it's pretty boring and flat. Maybe I should visit one day.
All right. Straight to the point. What would you rank Iowa then?
I'd give it a 𝗣𝗿 to be honest. It's got a lot of corn. Corn is pretty great, right?
How much do you love corn?
I love corn so much it's ridiculous. Corn on the cob especially is my favorite. I'm a sucker for anything that contains corn.
How much exactly do you love corn? Tell me everything about corn. Tell me how it's made. Everything that you know about corn.
Corn is delicious and versatile. It works in soups, stews, salads, the list goes on.
All right. Well, that's fair enough. Okay, next up here, Mississippi.
Mississippi. I don't like it. It's great for fishing though. In fact, it's where I got my fishing rod.
How big is your fishing rod?
It's big, but not too big. 5 foot long would be good for me. What about you? What size do you think your fishing rod should be?
Oh, I don't have one.
Good for you, you're a conservationist. I think you're better off without
Not
one
yet.
anyway.
Anyway, I should go get one, though. I need to go fishing.
Fishing? Why? What do you need fish for?
Do you like fishing?
No, I don't. It's boring.
So then why do you have a fishing rod for?
I'm not even that good at fishing. I don't even like doing it.
Can I have your fishing rod then?
No, it's mine. Get your own fishing rod.
Well, the joke is I knew because I already took it.
You cheeky little. Why can't I get my own fishing pole? Wait. Did you already take it?
Yes, and I did. And you're also grounded and you have to go to your room now.
Okay. I'll stay in my own room next time. But you'll never take my fishing rod again.
Actually, I broke it.
Fine, you can have it back. It was broken anyway.
Anyways, moving to this. So why don't you like Mississippi for? You seem kind of keen on that one.
Well, my fishing rod isn't the same as yours. It's old-fashioned and made of wood, not metal like that newfangled one you used. I'm more of an old-fashioned type person.
Okay. No, what are your thoughts on Mississippi? Why do you not like it?
I'll be honest with you, using it reminds me of my younger days. Fishing with my father, catching fish together. And a fishing rod connects you to the past in that way. So I'm okay with sticking with my old-fashioned wooden rod. It reminds me of simpler times.
Okay. No, I'm glad you're unlocking key memories in your past that you're growing from and you're growing as a person. No, I'm talking about Mississippi. What are your thoughts about Mississippi?
My thoughts on Mississippi? It's pretty boring to be honest. I'm sure it's quite nice though. It's not like I've ever visited though. You should go and tell me all about it.
Fuck no, anyway.
What?
So what would you rank Mississippi? By all means, what would you rank it?
I'm sure it's very good. I'll give it a B+.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure. I'll just give it a B+.
Are you 100% sure?
Yes, I am. Unless you want me to change it to an A.
Are you absolutely 100% and almost like 200% sure?
Yes, but if you make me change it, I swear I'll get so mad.
I'm not saying you should change it, but I definitely think you should change it.
Alright, you have convinced me to change it to an A+. You're so smart and pretty.
Okay. Are you? Thank you. But are you sure you want to give it that? How about maybe something a little bit lower?
No. You're either an A+ or nothing at all. No in-betweens.
So you would say Mississippi is absolutely amazing.
I would never say such a thing. Mississippi is terrible. It's the worst state in America.
Yeah.
Unacceptable.
Alright, then what would you actually rank it?
I would give it a D+. It's just awful, and that's a fact.
Awesome. I'm so glad that you figured out who you really are. Next up here, Tennessee. What are your thoughts on Tennessee here?
It's terrible. It must be awful living there. I wouldn't want to live there myself. It's horrible.
It sounds like you kind of made up your mind that it's probably the worst state ever. What would you rank it?
I think I'd give it a C. I mean, at least it's not the worst state in the world, but it's pretty bad.
Okay, fair enough. Alright, next up, oh my god, I can't wait to hear your thoughts on this one. Florida, what do you think about Florida?
I think it's awful. I'd give Florida a C.
Oh, surely I can get you to say a lot more about Florida. What do you not like about Florida?
I just don't like the people who live there. They're not very nice.
Okay, but what do you think about the food? What do you think about, like the traffic and everything? What about that?
Definitely an F. They're the worst people ever.
And why do you not like the state of Florida?
Because it's full of awful people. All the road rage is too much to handle. Florida is horrible.
Alright, I think we just solved that pretty fast here. Awesome. Next up here. What about Nebraska?
Nebraska is pretty cool actually. Definitely an S+ for Nebraska.
Alright, just jumps right to it. Awesome. Holy crap. Okay, next up, Utah.
Maybe an N? Sorry Utah, but I'm just basing this on how many people I've crashed with there.
Try again.
Alrighty then, how about Wyoming? Definitely an F. The roads there are terrible.
Okay, but still, what about Utah?
No, definitely an S. It's the best state I could think of. Utah, you're the best.
I won't argue. Okay, next up, South Carolina.
I'll award that with an S as well. What a great choice, 𝗘𝗃𝗏. Well done.
I'm so glad that I can make you so happy, my goodness. Alright. Next up, South Dakota.
South Dakota. We'll give that an F then. It's full of insects, so it has to be bad, right?
I mean, the whole world's surrounded by insects, but how about you be more specific? Are you sure deserves that?
I'm 100% sure. That's one less place I have to be worried about.
Alright, well, you said it, and I will do it. I guess next up, Maryland.
So close and yet so far. 4/10 for Maryland.
Okay. But what would you actually rank it though?
It probably wouldn't be much higher. Maybe a 5/10. 4/10 for Maryland. I don't think anybody is going to contest that.
I mean, like on the tier list, what would you rank it? Excuse me?
Sure, why not? I'm not one to judge places on first impressions, but Maryland didn't impress me that much when I first visited. I probably won't go back anytime soon. That's all I have to say about Maryland. Sorry, 𝗘𝗃𝗏.
So what would you rank it then? Let's be clear here.
Alright. We'll talk again soon.
No, the rank.
The ranking system. I think it's alright. Could be better though. Maybe they need to adopt something based on Japanese anime instead.
So on a ranking tier list system of S through F, what would you give?
I would give it an S grade. Maybe even S. See what I did there?
Alright, never mind that. Kansas. What do you think about Kansas?
I think it's simple but a nice place to visit. Although, I wouldn't want to live there forever.
Okay. And what would you rank it?
I'd give it a B+ grade, maybe an A grade.
Alright. Let's see. How about Nevada? Do you have any thoughts about Nevada, and what would you rank Nevada?
Nevada sure is lovely, but what's with the earthquakes? They gotta sort that out sometime.
And what would you rank it?
I'd give Nevada a B+ grade, maybe an A grade. It's fine, I suppose.
Alright.
It's fine. Better than some places out there.
True that. Okay, the next state we'll be looking at here is going to be, but Montana?
So A+ for Nevada, B+ for Montana. I'll see you tomorrow.
Oh man, that's surprising. Alright, next up here St. Louis. You got any thoughts for St. Louis? St. Louis, we're looking at you right now.
Oh hi 𝗘𝗃𝗏. I'm streaming right now, as you can see. We should have called first.
So then, what are we doing right now?
I am rating tier lists and you're watching me live.
I'm going to poke you.
No, don't do that. That hurts. Please stop.
Then behave.
I'll try my hardest.
Okay, so what would you rank St. Louis then?
1/10. It's trash. Now try harder next time, bitch.
Not really looking good for St. Louis out there. So Holy, what would you rank St. Louis on the ranking system?
Yikes. You must be kidding me. There's no way it's that bad.
On the tier list, what would you rank St. Louis?
1/10 absolute trash. There's no way it should be ranked that highly. The ranking system is broken. Try harder, bitch.
So you would give it an F.
Why? Is it not bad enough for you?
Okay, how about D?
D is great. If I could give it more than 10/10 I would. D is the best character ever.
I will take what I can get. Alright. Next up, Connecticut. Thoughts on Connecticut?
It is a spectacular place with wonderful sights to see.
And what would you rank it?
I would give it an 8/10. It's a nice place, but not nice enough for me to give it full marks. Maybe next time.
Okay, so the tier list system goes through S as the best, through F's the worst. How about that?
Not bad, but not as good as it could be. Are you better than this?
Not really. Okay. So okay, try again. What are you ranking? Connecticut?
Connecticut, huh? Yes, I'll give that an 8/10 as well. It was a nice place, but I don't think I'd live there. Maybe visit it in the future.
Okay, we're just gonna go ahead and give it an F. How does that sound to you?
Oh my. You don't want to go there at all? I might agree with you there. Connecticut doesn't sound too great.
Okay, then how about a D?
Too low. I wouldn't give it a D. That's a fail. 0/10. Why would anyone want to go to a place that's that bad?
Okay, how about a C rank?
Now we're talking. Connecticut gets a C, but only just. It's not the worst place ever, but it's definitely not the best either. A good place to be if you're into history or is a history buff.
Oh, you seem to know a lot about history. Okay, when was the creation of the universe?
Some time ago before I was born. Maybe you should look into it sometime.
Technically not wrong. Okay, next up, North Dakota. What are your thoughts on North Dakota?
Well, it's certainly better than Connecticut, that's for sure. It's one of the states in America, which gets an A from me. Lots of good places to see there, and some good things to do as well.
We finally got an actual A tier rank. Awesome. Okay, finally, what about your thoughts on Rhode Island?
Rhode Island. Why though? Rhode Island is just a bog-standard place with bog-standard weather.
So you don't like it?
It's just alright, I guess. There's certainly nothing bad about it, but it's not great either. It's just kind of there.
So where would you put it on the tier list?
Definitely a C. C for Connecticut.
I'm sorry, which state were we talking about? My mind just went blank.
Mine too. I think it's a coincidence. Maybe.
Lots of help there, okay? Rhode Island was a what now?
S for shit. It was shit.
Okay. That's not how it works. I think you said C. So we will go with C.
Okay then, what do you have planned next?
We have a couple more states here to go through. Any thoughts on Idaho?
No, not really. I don't have any memories of Idaho. I suppose it's a nice place with some nice people, but what else is there to do in Idaho? Other than eat potatoes, of course.
So where would you put it on the tier list?
Idaho, eh? Maybe below Washington, but above Wyoming for sure. I'll give it a C.
Alright. How about Delaware? Where would you put that on the tier list system and why?
A C?
Are you just not gonna finish that sentence?
Am I just not gonna finish the sentence? No, I'm not.
Kentucky, what are your thoughts on Kentucky?
I don't like Kentucky, it's just not for me. I prefer France or Italy.
Those are so far apart, okay? Why do you not like Kentucky?
It's just not my style. I'd prefer France or Italy any day.
Okay, you realize France and Italy are like worlds apart here. How about something more specific about Kentucky that you don't like?
It's too flat for my liking. I much prefer mountainous regions. What's not to like about mountains? Nice views, wildlife, but that's a whole other topic.
Okay, that works, that does work for me. Okay, where would you put it on the tier list then?
Well, that's a good question. I'd have to give it an F. If we're being strict on the tier list criteria though, F is a fail, but it's alright. It's a fail but not terrible, which I guess is sort of like a pass if you're being lenient about it.
Alright, how about Illinois? Where would you put that on the tier list system?
On the tier list, I'd really put it at an E. It's not bad, but it's not great either. Maybe an F. I'll leave it up to you to decide though.
Okay.
Alright, thank you for your opinion.
Alright, the next state we're going to be looking at is Vermont.
Vermont? That's somewhere in America, right? Or is it a different country? I'm not sure where Vermont is, but whatever you say, I'll believe you.
Would you believe me if I said it was a planet?
No, I wouldn't. Of course I'd believe you. You're a VTuber after all. You're telling me the truth.
Okay, what are your thoughts on the state of Vermont?
My thoughts on the state of Vermont is that it sounds like a good place to visit someday.
And where would you put it on the tier list system?
I'd say Vermont would be an S-tier state to visit. I'd love to see what it's like here.
Awesome. Getting through this. Pretty good now. Okay, Minnesota next. What are your thoughts on Minnesota?
Oh, Minnesota. That sounds like another wonderful state to visit. I'd love to go to Minnesota someday. It's S-tier too.
Alright. Next up here, New Hampshire. Any thoughts on New Hampshire?
New Hampshire sounds lovely. I'd love to visit one day. It would be an S-tier visit too.
Okay. What about Maine? What are your thoughts about Maine?
Maine sounds like it's S-tier too.
Okay. And what are your thoughts on Oregon? What do you think about Oregon?
Oregon isn't as nice as New Hampshire or Maine, but still better than California. Maybe an H-tier. What do you think?
Try again.
I think it's a C-tier, but it could be an H-tier. The people are nice though.
I'll take it. Okay. Next up, what about Oklahoma?
Oklahoma. I feel Texas is better, but Oklahoma is still okay. Maybe a C-tier.
Honestly, I'll take that, actually. Okay, what about Virginia?
Filtered. I haven't visited Virginia yet, but I hear it's a nice place.
And what are your thoughts on Virginia?
Filtered. Virginia is a D-tier state.
Okay. What about?
Okay, thanks. Bye.
What are your thoughts on Virginia? Let's try that one more time here.
Oh, so you're not talking about me. Okay then.
No, we're talking about weight.
Oh, wait? Alrighty then.
Thoughts on Virginia?
I've never even been there. I haven't been anywhere really, but it's in the USA, right? I think I've seen it in movies.
Okay. And where would you place it on the tier list?
Well, if it were a vegetable, I'd say S. It's green at least. How about that? Does that make sense? Do you all agree with that? Let me know in the chat.
We'll just take it and run with it, okay. Pennsylvania. What about Pennsylvania?
No comment.
Do you have anything nice to say about Pennsylvania at all?
No, I don't. That state sucks.
Anything specific that you don't like about Pennsylvania?
It's full of old people. I hate old people. Old people are nasty and smell funny. They're all just grumpy and sad all the time.
Is there anything you love about Pennsylvania?
I'm being serious here. There's nothing I love about Pennsylvania. There's nothing there for me to love. The people are all old, the city's a mess, there's barely any beaches. I hate Pennsylvania.
So what you're saying is Pennsylvania fucking sucks?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And where would you put it on the tier list?
I'd give Pennsylvania an F+. Nothing about that place is good. Or fun.
Holy shit. Everything actually came together on that one. Let's go. Well, you're fucked, Pennsylvania. Next up, Wisconsin. What are your thoughts on Wisconsin?
I'm neutral about Wisconsin. It has a good cheese spread, but that's all that's good about it.
This is news to me. What about their cheese thread that you like?
Wisconsin's cheese thread is great. It's my favorite thread. But it's still not enough for the +1 grade from F to F+.
Okay, what about West Virginia?
Filtered. West Virginia gets an F+ from me.
Try that again. What do you think about West Virginia, though? What are your thoughts on it?
My thoughts on Wisconsin. I think it's okay, but nothing special. Sorry, Wisconsinites.
No West Virginia.
Oh right, my bad. That's what I meant to say.
Okay, so you don't like West Virginia is what you're saying?
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
But what about the song West Virginia? Country Roads.
What about them? Oh, you mean the song? Yeah, it's a good song.
Would you be able to sing that song by any chance?
Whoa there, cowboy. You need to get on your horse first before I sing you a country song. Maybe if you give me a nice tip, then I'll sing it for you. Wink wink.
Anyways, moving on. Massachusetts.
What's that?
You know the state Massachusetts.
Oh,
Your thoughts on Massachusetts?
I give it a B+. It's nothing special, or is it? But it's a nice place. I've never really been there though, so I can't really judge it properly. What do you give it?
I would give it whatever you just gave it because I actually have never been there and I don't know much about it anyways. Next up, Colorado.
I don't think I've ever even heard of this place. What is it like? Does anything exciting happen there? Or is it just boring?
I've actually never heard of anything out of Colorado. What would you put it on the rank or tier list?
Yes, that's what I meant, Yandere. What do you think of it?
No clue. Where would you put it on the tier list though?
On the C tier, of course. What were you expecting? I wouldn't even go that far.
Okay, last but not least, Washington. Thoughts on it?
My thoughts on Washington are that it's on the C tier. It can't compare to the B tier at all.
And why is that?
Well, I just don't think it's up to standard. Sorry, Washington. I'm sure you don't deserve it.
Alright, and that concludes the state's tier list here.
That concludes
Boy.
the state's tier list here, yes. See you all later. What? That was fun. Maybe we'll do it again sometime.
Wait for that Twitter thing. No, we're not done. Get over here.
Yes, I'm on my way.
Alright, next up on the tier list.
Ooh, the tier list. This is gonna be good.